Howdy everybody, welcome back. Today I am going to be swapping out the stock trans pan for the PPE Deep Pan on my transmission. As you may recall, replaced the transmission with a Duramaxtuner, just the DT550, the basic build model. Was it about 4 or 5 months ago now, just before COVID hit. Did this, so March, whatever it was, May, somewhere in there. Replaced transmission. I've got a couple thousand miles on it now. I figured time to go ahead and swap out that deep pan to put it back on. It was on my old transmission. I wanted to run the stock pan just because less fluid, and for that break-in period, whatnot. Just less fluid to have to change out. I'll go ahead and put the deep pan on now that everything's running good. Transmission feels real good, nice and solid, shifting, doing pretty good. Sorry about the shake on here, but I don't have it on a tripod this time, just because I was going to be moving around and whatnot. I figured I'd just go ahead and freehand this and get it done. So let me show you the PPE pan, some other stuff here, and then we'll get you underneath and we'll get started. All right, well, we got everything. I think I got everything I need. It's pretty basic. Stock pan's held on by regular hex head bolts. That PPE Deep Pan gets put on by Allen heads they send you. Seems to be a thing that PPE does. I don't know if other companies do or not, but they always send you Allen heads. Don't know if that's good or bad, but it is, it's what they send you. So nice to have, nice new hardware. Got the filter. I ended up going with CarQuest just because that was the quickest I could find. Otherwise I have to order it. It was going to be more expensive, whatever. But CarQuest, it's still, it's the stock or the pan filter. This one goes in the pan. Doesn't get changed unless they say unless you drop the pan, or ever really. Usually you just drain and fill. And of course with the Allisons, as you know, they got the spin-on filter that you change every 10, 15,000 miles, whatever interval you want to change that at. I forget what the OE recommended interval is on that, but that one you change. The pan filter, of course, you don't. PPE pan, if you guys haven't seen, of course, deep. You'll see, I'll do a comparison here in a minute once I get the stock pan off, how much difference there is. 4 extra quarts, they say. I've found there's lots of times where I'll end up adding about 5 extra quarts to the over the OE fill. So, but we'll see. I always start out with 12 quarts when I do the pan. I think stock, when you just drain the stock pan, is 7 quarts. So what was that? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, that'd be 5 extra quarts. So anyway, supposedly 4 extra quarts. I end up usually adding about 5 or so, give or take, and of course check your fluid levels periodically after you get done. PPE pan has the internal fins, really nice, deep. These things are, what is that, inch deep or so fins on the inside. Of course, then they got some grooves and whatnot on the outside. Got the magnetic drain plug, which is nice addition that you can clean every time. Of course, the stock pan usually has a magnet attached to it on the inside. I like the drain plugs because you can clean them off and check condition when you do your drain and fills. But there you go. Torque wrench, a few extra tools, 10 quart jug of AMSOIL OE fuel efficient. That's our answer to the Dex6 for you guys that run Dex6. But I'm just running the OE because I change my stuff probably more often than it needs to be, but I like preventative maintenance on my stuff, keep everything nice and fresh. Plus I get a chance to do something to the truck. And I've got a couple extra quarts sitting down here because, like I said, that's only 10 quarts, 2.5 gallon, 10 quarts jug there. So that's it for what we got going on here. This should be everything I need. We'll get underneath and get started draining and removing that pan. Got any questions about AMSOIL? 360plusoil.com, my website. Get all the information you want. Get a free catalog sent to you in the mail. Download a PDF. Email me any questions. Sign up as a PC preferred customers. Save 25% plus a bunch of other extra perks that you guys get. Awesome deal. So check it out. 360plusoil.com for all your AMSOIL needs. Alrighty. Let's hope this pan doesn't splatter everywhere. Oh yeah. Like I said, there's only a couple thousand miles on this. Fluids, of course. Thank goodness. It looks really good, of course. Means everything inside's broken in good, of course, and not tearing apart already. So we're good on that. I changed the filter, the spin-on filter, I don't know, a couple months ago. After its initial break-in period, and they, according to Duramaxtuner, to change the spin-on filter after 1,000 miles. Like I said, now I've got about 2,000. So once this gets done draining, we got the bolts around here. What are these? 14s? Yeah, 13s, I think. Get all the bolts out, drop the pan. You guys have taken bolts out before, no big deal on that. I'll get this guy dropped down, then get you back out from under here, and we'll compare the difference between the stock pan and the PPE Deep Fan. See you in a few. All right. For those that may or may not know, the Allison uses a reusable gasket. It's steel cord. You can reuse it. It's rubber coated, whatever, steel core. Point being, it's reusable. Gasket that came with the new pan filter is one of these rubber, just a rubber seal. It's not being used. I don't know why they'd even send it. It fits the Allison pan, but the Allison uses a totally different gasket. So I don't know why. Probably cheaping out. Who knows? But you can buy the filter kits, the pan filters, with or without a gasket. I couldn't find any local without the gasket. That's why I went with this CarQuest one brand, because it was the cheapest of the bunch with a gasket. Now I see why. But anyway, also I did not go ahead and, like I said, the stock Allison pans have a magnet in them. A lot of pans do. Here's what wear material from that break-in on that new transmission. If you saw my I don't know if I did a video or not, I took the spin-on filter off and replaced it already, like I said a bit ago, 1,000 miles ago or so. And of course that magnet, the spin-on gasket, has a magnet on it. Clean it off. But here's a secondary magnet, if you will, that you don't get to unless you drop the pan. That's what I like about the PP. It's got a magnetic drain plug. So not only that, check it out. This bump where the drain is, I thought I had all the, didn't even think about it. Thought I had all the fluid out. Went to drop the pan down. I thought this thing's kind of heavy for just a stamped steel pan. Heck, there's still another quart or so worth of fluid in there. Luckily I caught it before I spilled it everywhere, but yeah. All right, let's do some comparison here. Obviously, stock pan, PPE pan. So there you go. They say 4 quarts. It varies when I fill mine up. Anywhere from 5 quarts, whatever. But of course, check your fluid levels when you do this. That's a no-brainer there. Don't just assume that it takes strictly what they say it'll take. Check your fluid levels. But there you go. Stock pan, PPE pan. Difference. I think that's it. Go ahead and get back underneath the truck here. We'll swap out the pan filter. That guy right up there. Swap out the pan filter and put the PPE pan back up. See you underneath. All right. Obviously, this thing will drip for days if you let it. This guy wiggled out. There's a seal, of course, up in here. A sink. Oh. Well, that wasn't expected. Obviously. Oh, rags. Okay. Scary part's over. Now, sometimes you gotta make sure the seal comes out. If you can get it worked out. Come on. The guy's up in there good. I think with all this hydraulic fluid on there, he'd come out. All right, let me get another tool. Something else, maybe a stiffer screwdriver. Get that guy out. There it is. Seal. Y'all look like you might be hazy. Let me clean you off right quick. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know how long that was hazy, but I think I got you cleaned up. So we got the seal out. New seal on the new filter. You don't want to double those up in there. Otherwise the filter won't seat properly. And obviously that's not good. Oh, good grief. There it goes. Holy crap. Make sure that's bottomed out. Okay, what do you say we get this pan up there to keep this thing from dripping anymore? promise we're almost done. Funnel, I put a box here to hold the funnel up because this would be awkward pouring this big guy by myself. Usually these are nice for engine oil because it's a lot easier to dump in there. It's not an angled spout or nothing, but they're still nice just because you don't have 10, 12, 7 quarts to open up and dump. Let's see if we can get this done without spilling too much. Kind of dark in there. I can't quite see the fill level. I think we're doing good. Look at that. Almost about half done, a little more than half done. Just think if we had to open up individual quarts to do this. Just about there. There you go, 10 quarts. Wasn't that easy? I'll go ahead and dump in two more quarts. Like I said, generally this is about 12 quarts. I'll dump in 2 more quarts and start her up and check it. Y'all have done that before. I'm not gonna have you watch that. So 2 more quarts. I'm gonna start it up, check it. If I need to, I got another quart or 2. Usually it takes, like I said, about maybe 13, but 12 quarts should do it usually. And we'll be back. All right, there you go. It did take 12 quarts. 12 came to about halfway up the cold mark. Once you start the truck up, shift it through all the gears, reverse, neutral, drive, first, second, third. Do that a few times. Get everything flowing up through the transmission, that sort. Come out and check it. I did that twice. And yeah, right now it's right in between the cold marks, hash marks on the dipstick there. So once I get her down off the ramps, I've got a sloped driveway. So this would be the easiest, and actually that is pretty darn level too. So otherwise normally I nose the truck forward, puts the truck up higher in the front. You know, of course, erratic readings, but right now, sitting level like it is, we're good. I'll drive it around for a day or so. You know, next time I go out, once I get to a flat spot parking lot somewhere, truck warms up a little bit, I'll check it again. But good to go. No leaks. Everything's good. Good for another 30,000 miles or so. I don't know, maybe more. It's AMSOIL, of course. If you got any questions, want information about AMSOIL, 360plusoil.com. All my links, of course, are always down below. I had links at the beginning of here too. So, best stuff there is, guaranteed. But love my truck. Take care of your vehicles, they'll take care of you. 231, almost I'll have 232,000 miles on my truck here coming up in a bit. So take care of your vehicles, everybody. Have fun with them. Catch you next time with who knows what I'll be doing next time. See you then. Thanks.